All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Got this video here by Sunny V2. Mind you, Sunny V2 was one of the first ones to call out Mr. Beast, and he got all this hate. And then all of a sudden, boom, everybody's saying they apologize to him. That's another video. But the worst van life families on TikTok. What the hell is van life? Is it exactly what it sounds like? People who live in a van? All right, I didn't know it was the actual thing. Okay. Hey, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Kids sleeping on the floor, pets held in tiny cages, and this entire bathroom for a family of 5. Add some teenagers who can't fit, children calling their beds coffins, and you're still just scratching the surface of the worst van life TikTokers. Take for example Red, White, and Bethune. They gained 11.4 million views by showing how terribly unspacious their kids' beds were. This should be illegal. Those kids are gonna suffer in that space, man. To make matters worse, the beds had rock climbing holds instead of a ladder, which their daughter almost fell from whilst trying to show they were easy to use.
So Molly's going to demonstrate getting in the bunk and show you just how easy it is.
How will they get down in the middle of the night when it's dark and they want to use the restroom urgently? What if they fall and hit their head? These so-called bunk beds were
right out the gate, you know, when you say van life families, of course, it's the parents making the decisions. The kids have no choice. You know, the kids have no choice but to go where their parents go. So, I don't know if he's going to be revealing that the kids really don't like this stuff. You know what I mean? It is said some talking about a coffin, so I guess so. But yeah, this just seems like, I'm just thinking of a van. Now I know people be homeless. I know all that, you know. The whole point is to have a roof over your head, but I guess it's just if they're glorifying, this is the best thing in the world. Let me let him talk.
Actually just shelves, yet the family still defended them as being spacious. At the same time, get this, the parents have a king-size bed.
The reason why we put a king-size bed in our bus is because it's our lounging area.
As well as a massive desk for editing TikToks, forcing the kids to do their schoolwork on a tiny kitchen table. If they don't help out with the van, the kids are punished publicly.
Last night, Molly chose not to do her chores, and if our kids don't do their chores, they have consequences.
Which the parents still defended even after heavy criticism.
Yes, our kids have consequences. Yes, if they don't do the chores, they're gonna have to pay.
And to the trolls, keep on talking shit, and I'm gonna keep on posting. See you guys on your For You page.
But wait, it still gets worse. Everything we've shown so far is in this bus here, yet they also have a van to take on holidays, which has even less space than the bus.
Come take a peek inside and see what we've done.
The van doesn't have a bed for everyone, meaning one of the kids sleeps on this leather chair. Maybe there'd be a bit more space if they didn't own 4 massive dogs, which are shoved in a tiny cage below the bed, yet they still have more space than the toilet. It's covered by nothing but a thin fabric sheet and sits right in the middle of where everybody lives. They call the vehicle their vancation home, meaning when the
Again, I've seen this done with couples, but not like a whole family. You know what I mean? That bathroom thing is, hell, you'd be better off just camping. You know what I mean?
kids get tired of living in the first van, they're blessed with a trip in an even smaller one. Family of Nomads doesn't have this problem. In fact, they first went viral for how much space they had, leading to comments such as, "I don't understand why y'all don't just buy an apartment. It's way cheaper than this." People came to their defense stating, there is literally no reason to be mad at this, except for maybe how their kids were living. They'd show their room in this TikTok, with the most notable part being that their eldest Addison was a 15-year-old teenager. You should ask your daughter how she feels that she has no privacy. At an age like hers, I'm sure she wants her privacy. Addison hates you. Just because this RV is nice and there's room for their clothes, it's no way to live. I'm sure the teenager would love to have privacy. Get her a curtain or something. Well, the family did exactly this.
We did install these curtains over each of their bunks so they have a little bit of privacy.
But it was still just one of many other problems. The kids were in a homeschool program, yet it seemed most of their education was just walking through national parks where the parents thought they'd learn about life.
Our lives are one gigantic field trip, and so a lot of what the kids do is by learning from experience. So for example, today we went to a national park and they completed the Junior Ranger program, and it's incredibly educational. They're learning history from visiting different places around the country, and days that we are not going out and exploring, they do a traditional homeschool curriculum, and then the days that we're exploring, we still count those as school as well.
So they just learn US history? Lol, when they go to college, they'll be in for a shock. Oof, that's scary. There's a reason schools aren't one giant field trip, and this is a very good point. Schools are for more than simply learning subjects. They help build social circles and prepare kids for a disciplined way of life, both of which are neglected when strolling around the country. But the kids did have other challenges, like cleaning out the rat cage that stunk out the van.
We live in a camper and our 3 kids have 3 pet rats, and I would be absolutely lying to you if I said that it does not smell bad. Usually it's the kids' job to clean the rat cage, but about once every month or two, my husband and I will clean it, and it just gets really gross.
As well as collecting
God.
firewood, as seen in Addison's day in the life. Yet people were still convinced she's gonna run away at 16, yet the mother went on to state, "I honestly don't know a single unhappy RV kid." She'd even post the following TikTok to try and convince the audience.
A lot of people ask us if the kids actually enjoy traveling full time and living in the camper, and I will have to say that while we were at the RV show in Tampa this week, Grace and Addison both went around and looked at campers because their plan is when they move out, they want to live in a camper together and travel the country.
Until another video told a different story.
What?
Addison has struggled with their mental health for many years. Addison is currently back in treatment and won't be in our content during this time. To protect Addison during this time, we would like to ask for privacy on this matter.
Perhaps the daughter was unhappy for a totally different reason, yet there was still
You know, it's pretty crazy when like people, their content, like a lot of people content is like showing their kids, showing their family. And then a lot of times, you know, something happened and they ask for privacy. And like what they mean by that is like, they're still going to be posting, but like, please don't be asking about, you know, Addison. I don't know, man. A lot of people just, they put their lives out there for people to judge, and they get mad when people judge. You know, at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. But I just don't like the fact that as a child, you know, you just pretty much got to go along with it. You know? A lot of times parents are just living out their dream, but like the kids are the ones suffering because they have no say-so. Like when you really, really think about like, is this going to affect my child when they get older? You know, I don't think a lot of people think about that. It's just like, I'm the parent, they're the child, they have to do what I say, you know.
evidence that she despised the van.
For Addison's 15th birthday, the only thing they wanted was to go to a hotel.
The video has since been deleted, although after arriving at their hotel, twice Addison mentions liking doors in the video, a hint at them having less privacy in the camper.
Right.
With conflicting messages about Addison's happiness, people commented, "I can't wait for this gen of van kids to grow up and share their thoughts with the world," although this had happened much sooner than expected.
Oh.
On the r/offmychest subreddit, an anonymous account made the following post. "I'm a teen in a full-time RV living vlogging family, and I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate being homeschooled. I hate not being able to maintain a social life. I hate having so little privacy. I hate having to pretend to be happy with this. We travel full-time. I know, it sounds like a dream. I thought so too, but it's an effing nightmare. I just want a private, normal life, but no. They had to ruin it with their crunchy way of parenting. It's all fake, by the way. Not what I meant when I said I wanted to take up acting. I'm frustrated all the time, I'm tired all the time, I'm bored all the time. Please stop supporting these channels. Stop buying into it. It's ruined my life and I can't say anything about it. In comments, the poster clarified, I'm between 15 and 17 years old, and they were the oldest of 3 siblings, hinting it was Addison from Family of Nomads. Exactly who the poster was has never been confirmed, yet only a couple of months later, the family announced they were instead buying a house. Family of Nomads recently quit van life. Their kids seemed the happiest they'd ever been, while the parents were in tears as the RV was stored away. The eldest daughter has since vanished from the videos, with an unrelated comment summarizing what van life's like for kids. RV kid here. Let me tell you, RV is hell for children. I've been living in a camper with my 3 brothers and parents, and these past 2 years have been an absolute detriment to my mental health. Yes, it's an amazing opportunity I've been given to have seen all the places that I have, but I cannot recall a single positive experience anywhere I've been. I receive little to no education, and I'm scared I won't be able to pass my GED. I'll probably be repeating high school once I turn 18. The Happy Caravan, however, clearly ignored this warning. They began by documenting their life as a family of 12, and were mostly liked by the audience until revealing they lived in a tiny apartment. Is that legal? Having so many in a 2-bedroom? Why would you make the choice to have a family of 12?
Hey, I lived in a 1.5 bedroom. And boy, it was a lot of us. It was when everybody was home, if everybody decided they wanted to stay home and sleep, I used to sleep on 4 chairs at the dining room table. No joke. It wasn't even like a lot of room on the floor. I used to put the chairs together and lay out on them. Wasn't my choice. It was just what I had to do. So, like I said, that's why I'm very grateful for everything. Yeah.
But not be able to provide them sufficient room/space, although their holiday setup was somehow even worse. They'd fit the entire family into one single Airstream, gaining 12 million views by showing how they slept. The 3 daughters were on a table converted to a bed, while another 2 slept below their brother, who was sleeping in a bunk. A different brother slept on the couch, the baby in its cot, and of course the 2 parents had their own massive bed. So what about the last 2 kids? Well, they got to sleep directly on the hardwood, described as not perfect but more comfy than a tent. You have 2 kids sleeping on the floor just for vacation and we mix it up. In our YouTube video, Dad is on the floor, which by doing some digging was seemingly true. Hilariously, after being criticized, the parents magically found Enoch a blow-up mat in the closet, but for the most part the family isn't all that bad, especially compared to wild family life.
Oh, no.
They've been called the most hated van life family on TikTok, mainly for their bizarre family dynamic. The page is run by mother Nadine, who lives in a van with her 3 kids, along with both her ex-husband and her new boyfriend, who she
ex-husband, new boyfriend. Yeah, this got swingers written all over it. I don't know what he about to say, but boy, these kids are gonna be. Oh my goodness, man.
refers to as a homeless junkie she met on the streets. According to her TikToks, they're not polygamous but live together in harmony, being able to do so because they have the biggest front yard. The criticism, however, always extends to the kids. They call their education program homeschooling, world schooling, travel schooling, adding they help whenever necessary, but they don't follow any official program.
Technically, I don't follow any curriculum, but we have this app my kids learning with. They set their times each day. They do that by themselves. There's nothing I have to do.
Help Them If Needed explains everything, doomed to fail. They'd respond to the hate with the world's most hippie message.
The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion.
Adding their kids are extremely satisfied with the life that they're living.
People think, oh, poor children, poor children. But trust me, my children, they wake up with a smile in their face. They go to bed with a smile in their face.
Yet it's perfect to finish with this comment here. When I was a child, I would have been very happy to eat nothing but candy and potato chips all day. But my mother did not let me because she knew better. It's a parent's job to do what's best for their children, not just what makes them happy.
Yeah, man, this is and you know, this is what we've seen. These are the ones that are posting. You know, think about the ones that aren't posting. It's just crazy to me that people like normalized. Like, I get you go on a trip somewhere, a camping trip, but like every day. And then that's like, you know, they know it's wrong because it's like, oh, we got a house now. You know, oh, the kid's sleeping on the floor. Oh, you know what? Next video, he's on a little mattress thing now. But it took people calling you out to get your son from laying his back on the damn floor. This is wild, man. Extremely wild what people, I don't know. Hey, again, appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Comment below what y'all think about this. Peace out.